Interesting delivery for Shane Smith. So he's over first base side of the rubber, stands at a slight angle to home plate. He doesn't really step back and go into his motion. He kind of takes a little jab step back and then lifts the leg, herky-jerky, very quick. And then to home plate at 97, Carpenter takes a strike.
Yeah, and that leads to some of the deception, Dan. You talk about some of the properties, the different things that can make a fastball seem like it's faster. That's one of them. When you have that really quick, herky-jerky delivery, the normal markers that you have as a hitter to get ready just aren't there because he goes so quickly.
1-1. Fastball rides up and in, the good hitters count for Kerry Carpenter.
You know, in addition to that, he gets pretty good extension down the mound. So literally the ball is being released closer to you than most guys, well above average on his extension.
Carp calls time, digs back in, windmills that bat around once, twice, cocks it tight over the left shoulder, swinging his line drive into left field. It's going to drop for a base hit in front of Benintendi. It plays pretty deep. Good, nice chat with Kerry Carpenter today.
Sure
He's feeling pretty good at the plate, isn't he?
He's feeling very good at the plate, and it's one thing you talked about before, and I mentioned it to him, just, you know, before he went on the injured list, the last time he went on, he was starting to feel really good. And the question was, you know, how do you continue to chase that feeling? How do you keep that feeling knowing you're going to be down for a while? Fortunately for him, the injury wasn't severe, so it didn't prohibit him from swinging. Now, we all know swinging in the cage or swinging in a practice setting is nothing like the game, but just the fact that he was able to keep his swing active and do most of his stuff except run was important to him at that point.
He's hit 5 home runs and 44 at-bats coming off the injured list. Torkelson takes first pitch strike. Starts him off with the sinker. Both the sinker and four-seam. He throws, as Bobby said, the four-seam a lot more than the two-seam sinking fastball. Both well over 95 miles an hour average fastball. The strike one. Ground ball softly fouled down the third base line. The numbers for Shane Smith in 20 starts. And again, you can tell they're starting to limit his innings, you know, keeping an eye on them. Injury history. He only threw 11 innings in college because of injuries. Went undrafted and just used his communications degree apparently to contact a whole bunch of teams and say, hey, you take a look at me. Torkelson takes the pitch up and in, and sure enough, Milwaukee signed him. After he had Tommy John surgery in his last year at Wake Forest, could have gone back, had eligibility, but he wanted to go pro, and Milwaukee signed him. Sox took him from Milwaukee in the Rule 5 draft. Torque hits a ground ball and a high chop to short. Montgomery has to wait for it to come down, but he still has plenty of time to field and flip over to first to get Torkelson. Might have gone off home plate. Torkelson bounces out, single and no more for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless in Chicago. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Every game night.
Pitch hit foul past the Tigers dugout. Mike Talkman at the plate. The White Sox facing the 24-year-old native of Newport Beach in California. We love watching this guy pitch. Troy Melton. Third major league start. The strike one. Curveball up and away.
Yeah, great fastball from this young man, Troy Melton. Short arm stroke. Four-seam fastball, two-seam fastball, slider, cutter, split, and a curveball.
The 1-1. Ground ball, tap foul by the on-deck circle on the Tigers side, 1-2.
I just love his mentality. He's been thrown in a variety of roles thus far since he's been in the major leagues. It hasn't shaken him a bit.
The 1-2. Soft tap foul on the ground again behind home plate. He showed us a lot in that first start in Pittsburgh. He was down 5-0, 10 batters in, and then just given up a grand slam.
And it could have snowballed. It could have got out of control any kind of different ways, not throwing strikes, but he kept pounding the rock.
Swinging a foul straight back. Fastball up can get swing and miss. That's what that was.
You know, he kept going after it, and that, for me, it showed me about the kid. I wasn't worried about the stuff at that point. The stuff he had flashed really good. He just made some poor pitches in the middle of the plate.
1-2, fastball got him. Oh, that's a beauty. It's amazing when you see hitters complain and Talkman's body language like, oh, come on. That's a ball's width inside the strike zone.
Yeah, that's called, I took that because there was absolutely zero I could do with it, and it just broke me right there a little bit. That's just a dart. Down and away from Kyle Teal. Just crushes that edge. Nothing you can do about that, big boy.
And that's what we get excited about this arm. It's one of the more impressive power arms that we've seen come up through the Tigers system. From the right side, swinging a fly ball softly into right field on an 0-1. Perez will come in and make the catch. Sosa's had a solid series. Flies out to right field. Today's game brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. But just in terms of the power, the two types of fastballs, the swing and miss. Fastball up, the swing and miss slider. He came up with big swing and miss rates and strikeout rates to go with a low walk rate. He's always had low walk rates, but Bobby feels like this year the command within the strike zone has improved.
That's the difference, and that's the difference. That's why you see guys make those quick jumps to the minor leagues.
Curveball has popped up softly to third base. Cole Keith in the foul territory will make the catch. Little baby pop-up just beyond the third base coach's box in foul territory. Keith makes the catch. Colson Montgomery, dangerous lefty, pops out. And it's a nice quick 1-2-3 first for Troy Melton. 1-0 curveball away. Shane Smith has used that pitch a lot already, spinning it. As Bobby said, this is a rookie whose best pitch is his fastball, and for the White Sox, that's a very good sign. Fastball with tremendous movement starts off the plate to a lefty, snaps onto the inside corner for a called strike. Riley's had a good series, 3 for 9, 3 doubles and a walk, just 1 strikeout. Making better contact, better swings of late. Swinging a foul out of play. You talked about on the homestand, Bobby, the importance of the swing path.
Yep.
Yes, he has a steep swing, and he always will. But in terms of driving that ball to the big part of the field, we've definitely started to see a little change in direction, more consistency in his swing. Sinker, swing and miss. Don't see that very often. That ball dove down and a little bit away from Riley Green.
That ball had some filthy action. Two-seam fastball down and away from Riley Green. Tremendous boring action on that fastball down and away. 16 inches of horizontal movement. That's a good pitch. Again, we talked about it. 2- and 4-seam fastball. Both of them are weapons for Smith.
Wenzel Perez swings and misses at a fastball outer half, hitting 262. Showing nice power from both sides, great consistency. Player that needs to be talked about even more than we have, a swing and a miss. We talked about it yesterday. This is a young lineup, 7 players 26 years old or younger in the everyday lineup for A.J. Hinch. And here's a young man, and most of them have made big improvements, including Wenzel Perez. Curveball, swing and a miss. Carroll will have to throw it down to first to Vargas to complete the strikeout. 2 up, 2 down. Time for dollars on deck. If Javi Baez, who's striding to the plate right now, gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's oldest business and largest Trex decking dealer. Very muted boos, very disappointing muted boos for Javi. The louder they are, the better he plays.
It's so true.
Here on the south side, I mean, last year before, it was loud. 2 years ago especially, and he just rose to the occasion. Started game 1, 1 for 3. Pinch hit last night, struck out. Swinging a foul off his leg or foot. He goes down in that right-handed batter's box onto his back for a moment. Holds his left knee as he gingerly gets up. Assistant trainer Kelly Rhodes out to check on Javi.
Oh.
Yep. Just above the shin guard, of course, on the left leg. So below the knee and right off the shin. And he's going to need a minute.
Oh, man. That's the worst. That's a 2-seam fastball that was probably belt high. And we talked about the movement, the horizontal movement on when that one was a little bit flatter and just kept chasing in. Javi makes contact, and there's only one place that's going to go, and that's right on your leg. You just hope it gets low enough on that shin guard, and of course, inevitably, it never does. Those are not fun.
No. That's shin bone. A ball off the shin bone.
I've got a knot on my left leg to this day, right now. From a foul ball.
Jeez. Now, if you're a pitcher, you go right back in there, don't you?
You absolutely should. There's no friends in this league.
The 1-1. Changeup bounces. Javi's hitting 265. 11 home runs, 47 RBIs. Yeah, the bat has cooled, but you're going to take this production if you can continue to get a 700 OPS out of Javi Baez. 2-1, line drive, base hit over short, because we've seen a lot of that this year. That's a 97-mile-an-hour sinker. He did go back to it. And Javi, after fouling that pitch off his shin, it's a rope into left field.
Yeah, he did, but Javi got fortunate. He wanted that ball outer third. It ends up tailing right over the middle of the plate. Javi roasted it in the center field. That's a good swing from Javi Baez.
It's at bats like that make you think, all right, he's not gonna walk.
Right.
But he's made some solid contact. He's punishing mistakes, and he's hitting fastballs. All things he didn't do last year. Fastball up, swing and a miss for Trey Sweeney. Lefties, righties, both low average against Shane Smith. The difference, they walk at about the same rate. The difference, lefties definitely have more power against this righty. Very low power numbers against for right-handed batters. Trey Sweeney swings and pops it up. Montgomery at short, a step onto the outfield grass, waves his arms, makes the catch. Sweeney pops out. Tigers get a single for the second straight inning with 2 outs and no more.
Oh, the big hit.
Milton, and he needed just 9 pitches to get through that first inning. Luis Robert Jr. takes a fastball strike. Now the strike one. Fastball sinks just a little bit. 4, 5, 6 hitters. Robert Jr., Benintendi, Vargas. Tigers have handled this part of the order. These 3 batters in this series. 1-1. Fastball paints the outside corner for a called strike. Bottom third has been the problem spot.
That's right.
Last couple of days, Teo, Caro, Meade have been down there. They've done heavy damage. Luis Robert Jr. swings and misses at a 4-seam fastball up. 1 for 9 now in the series. The slider gets a lot of swing and miss, and the fastball up gets swing and miss from Troy Melton.
Yeah, that's perfectly executed right there. Started him down with the heater, finished him up. That's just a challenge heater. Go hit this. I don't think so.
1 up, 1 down, 4 up, 4 down. First pitch curveball snaps in for a called strike. Righties have hit 190 against Troy Melton. Lefties have hit 270, but not much power. Since he gave up those 5 runs first 10 batters, Benintendi takes a pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Benintendi's 1 for 7 with a walk in the series. Melton, the way he finished that game in Pittsburgh, 3 innings, just 1 run, has given up just 2 runs his last 15 innings of work. Benintendi takes a fastball down, including one of the better starts you're ever going to see from a rookie pitcher, a 7-inning effort against Arizona. That was a top 5 offense in the National League. And he dominated. Swing and a miss, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mixed his pitches beautifully, no walks, 5 strikeouts, power stuff. He can hold that velocity, can't he?
He can. It's easy cheese. And, you know, his delivery doesn't have a ton of effort to it. Short arm stroke, and he just comes out.
2-2. Ground ball to short. Knee-high bounce for Trey Sweeney right behind the bag. He'll flip to Torkelson. Benintendi grounds out. Second inning brought to you by The Michigan Lottery. Try the new Tigers Instant Game Pull Tab 2 online games. Injury report brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Hoping to get some word during this week about Parker Meadows and when he might start a rehab assignment. Quad injury. He was just starting to heat up when he got hurt. That's a bad... Don't forget about Parker Meadows, the finish that he had last year. He's just not been able to get that bat going yet. Vargas takes a fastball strike. The strike one. Low and away with a sinker, 1-1 on Miguel Vargas. Melton works middle of the rubber, stands at a slight angle to home plate. Big step back with the left foot, slides the right foot toward the first base side of the rubber, then into his delivery. Fastball low. Vargas 0 for 3 with a couple of walks in the game yesterday. Tigers' command yesterday, it was the bullpen that had some struggles, but 7 walks issued in the game yesterday. 2-1. Ground ball chopped to second. Nice big chest high bounce for Torres, who fields and flips. Vargas bounces out. That's 6 up, 6 down with ease and a low pitch count for Troy Melton. We head to the...
Let's see if we can figure out the following.
Doing creative things with their pitching staff right now. First pitch fastball sinks low and away to Jake Rogers. Keith and Torres to follow. Shane Smith, again, just a fascinating path to where he is right now. He just hasn't pitched a whole lot since 2019.
Yeah.
Fastball away. Boy, that's right there. 2-0 on Jake Rogers. First year at Wake Forest, injured, didn't pitch. Next year, starts the season, and then COVID. 2-0s, swinging and a miss. He pitched just a handful of innings. Next year, comes back. Tommy John surgery. Pitches 11 innings total in 2 years. The 2-1. Curveball a little bit low, 3-1. But again, I find it fascinating. Bet on himself.
Yeah.
He believed in himself. Could have gone back. Certainly increased his draft prospects by going back for another year at Wake Forest. But he's like, nope, I want to go pro. Fastball middle. Milwaukee took a chance on him, but a little bit. He was still rehabbing in 2022. They signed him in 2022. Pitched 60 innings in 2023, 94 last year. Fastball away. Good trip to the plate for Jake Rogers. We do need to see a little bit more of that. Tigers 13 games with 13 walks, 13 walks in 3 games against the Angels over the weekend in Detroit. Now just 4 walks in the first 2 games against the team that walks more than anybody, the White Sox. We talk about it, Bobby, because it is important to just get traffic on the base paths,
right,
and get the offense gets the energy from the base running that we see, which remains at a level that hasn't been seen in the major leagues in 50 years. Keith takes a pitch away, ball 1. You're not going up looking for walks, but it's about a little better plate discipline and the swing decisions you are making. The 1-0. Fastball away, 2-0 on cold Keith.
Yeah, and that's really what it is. You make solid swing decisions. You're on time with delivering your swing. You're going to impact the baseball. You impact the baseball, then they're going to be more careful early in the count. So you get yourself in plus counts, whether it be 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, what have you. That's when you end up getting your walks. They keep picking. Next thing you know, you get yourself on first base via the wall.
Keith swings, fouls it out of play.
But it is not the case of going up there. Okay, listen, fellas,
we're not walking.
We haven't walked lately. You guys make sure you go up there and you take a couple pitches. Next thing you know, you're strike 1, strike 2 before you can blink, and that's when you rack up the 10, 13, 14, 15 strikeout games. So it's all about when that ball comes in the hitting zone, let it eat.
2-1, swinging a foul straight back, and that's some of what we're seeing. That's a 2-1 fastball right where he was looking for it, fouled it straight back. And
if you want to go all the way back, you talk about where this offense really got made huge strides at the beginning of last year. At the quarter pole when we did your analysis, dead last in meatball swings in the big leagues. They turned that around towards the end of the year, and look what ended up happening. They carried that into this year, and you're still doing that run. And so
they were doing damage on meatballs, but they weren't swinging off it enough.
They weren't swinging off it enough, right? And so you start seeing that, and so you fire on them, and now you're in a little bit of a situation where you're fouling those pitches off or you're missing them.
2-2, swing and a miss. Changeup's 90 off the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's been up to 97 today. Cold Keith swings and misses at the changeup. Big 3-run home run yesterday was his 10th. That'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Lots to like about this Tigers offense. They relied during that stretch when they weren't walking on home runs to score runs, but that's a dangerous way to go when you're over-reliant on home runs. Gleyber Torres swings and misses at a changeup down.
This changeup is a pretty good pitch for Smith. Got a little bit of sink fade action, good arm speed. And that's what you swing at sometimes, but that tremendous movement is important too.
Strike 1, fastball up, check swing, appeal to first. Brian O'Nora says he did not go. 1-1 on Gleyber Torres, 1 for 10 in the series so far. Smith gets an average number of balls hit on the ground, an average ground ball rate, and an average number of double plays turned behind him. The 1-1. Curveball backs up and gets the called strike right on the black inner half. Working way over on the first base side of the rubber, second baseman Sosa shades up the middle, straight up at short for Montgomery. 1-2, swinging a fly ball right field, deep but playable. Baldwin goes back and makes the catch, step in front of the warning track. Torres flies out. Tigers have had a base runner each of the first 3 innings, but have not yet put any pressure on Shane Smith. Terrific start, as we mentioned. Through 13 starts, he had a 2.40 ERA. He was working 5 and 6 innings almost every single start. One of those starts, terrific 5 2/3 of shutout work against the Tigers. That was in early June, and then he really struggled right after that. He's only gone 5 innings once in his last 7 starts. Curry Carpenter takes a fastball away. Again, part of it is they're watching his innings. He's already logged more innings this year than he did last year in the Milwaukee farm system, mostly at AA. Last 7 starts, he's given up 27 earned runs in 28 innings on 29 hits. They'll flip over to first, and then you look and you see, well, his last start was in Seattle against a hot Seattle team, and he was outstanding.
He was outstanding.
So whatever struggles he may be coming out of it. 8 strikeouts against that Seattle team in their home ballpark. 1-0, ground ball to first, foul.
Vargas
fielded it foul and then came back and did the wide receiver thing, stood on the other side of the line. What if I did this?
Yeah, he got 2 feet in. Had a little friend with Brian O'Neill down there at first base.
Who was it? Jonathan Scope, who used to do that at first for the Tigers?
Yeah. Did I get my feet in? What do you mean?
My feet are here.
What are you talking about?
I fielded it there, but my feet were in when I caught it. Carpenter singled first time up. Swings, fouls this one out of play. We did see that last night. Some misses on fastballs middle.
Yeah.
And again, some of that has to do with the deception and the properties of the fastball, but it was noticeable last night.
Yeah, and that swing right there, Kerry Carpenter fastball down the middle, 95, and that split the heart of the plate. He doesn't miss those. There's something in that fastball that's just, it's making it a 6 to 8 inches faster than it really is. And he throws that glove at his front side. His glove comes at you, and then that quick arm right behind it.
1-2, swing and a miss, fastball at the belt. Carpenter strikes out. Couple of strikeouts. One on the changeup, one on the fastball here in the third. That's 4 strikeouts for Shane Smith through 3. We go to the bottom of the...
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just...
Six up, 6 down. Balls put in play so far. There have been 4. Soft fly ball to right, a pop up to third, and 2 ground balls. Fastball misses just a little bit high, not by much, right at the belt. Keith at third today. In tight, backs up a couple of steps off the line. Sweeney up the middle of the outfield plays his lefty to go the opposite way. Fly ball center field deep. Baez going back, tracking it. He'll make the catch. 2 steps in the wall and straightaway center. Caro hit a home run last night. That's the best swing today, deep to center field. It's going to be hard to get one out to left field today. Normally in this ballpark, it's a right field to left field breeze. Home plate, like Comerica Park, is in the northwest corner. Comerica is actually northeast corner. Prevailing wind kind of comes in from right field at Comerica Park, right to left some days, and here it's almost always a right to left breeze. Talking with Billy Carambellis about this earlier today. They could have oriented this ballpark so that you were looking, I don't know, one of the prettiest skylines in the country in downtown Chicago, but it was more important to have the same address apparently as Comiskey Park.
That I just come on.
Brooks Baldwin takes a pitch away.
Billy Carambellis is a fantastic engineer.
This is the story. Billy's got it.
And I am not calling him a liar, but come on, man.
Torkelson fields a ground ball off the bat of Baldwin, makes the play unassisted. So you're believing it, but it's just hard to believe. That's what you're saying.
I believe it because I believe the man who gave it to us, but I can't believe that, man. You don't want to look at that beautiful skyline of one of the finest cities in the world.
Why else would you do it?
But you want to have the same
address.
You don't want UPS and FedEx to get confused? What are we talking about here?
Billy's going to have to provide the next layer of that part of the explanation. Our local historian. The old Comiskey Park right across the street. Strike one to Curtis Mead. Slider misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's why. So couldn't you just say, hey, we're right across the street. We can have the same mailing address. Apparently not. Mead hits a fly ball deep to center field, but Javi Baez will go back to his right, settle underneath it, make the catch. Mead flies out. Troy Melton, making his 3rd Major League start, is perfect through 3. So far, just the 1.
Let's see if we can figure out the following.
But it's certainly more comfortable. Low 80s, 80 degrees at game time, lower humidity. Changeup misses low and outside. Torque grounded out his first time up. Carpenter singled to left field in the first inning with 2 outs. Torque grounded out. Changeup yanked down and away, 2-1. Baez singled off a fastball in the second inning with 2 outs. Sweeney popped out. Rogers drew a leadoff walk in the third. And then a 1-2-3 for Shane Smith and the White Sox. No scores to go to the top of the 4th. The 2-1. Hot shot to short. Backhanded by Montgomery. Gets out of his glove. Picks it up. Throws. Got a nice pick at first by Miguel Vargas. You could see the throw was going to beat Torkelson, but Vargas saved the play with a fine scoop.
Yeah, Torque hit that ball hard. Change up down. Did a nice job of waiting on it. Dropped the barrel on it. 1 hop to the shortstop, Montgomery. Squirts out of his glove. He doesn't panic. But then Vargas on the other side. Nice pick. The in-between hop. He picked it and then pointed at Montgomery. Said, I got you.
Changeup bounces up the home plate. Everybody kind of looks at hard ground balls differently. They're not all created equal. Some in the analytics community don't value a hard-hit ground ball. AJ really does believe, and you do too, don't you, Bobby?
I do.
That depending on what we're looking at, like you said, that's a one-hop scorcher. It goes into the books as a ground ball, but it's 102 off the bat. There is value in that for a hitter. Swing and a miss. You can't just say, well, it's always on the ground. Of course you want to get the ball in the air, but the hard hit tells you something.
It tells you that player has the capacity to hit the ball at that velocity. Now, do we want to catch it a little bit more out front and hit that ball in the air or hit that ball in the gap? Absolutely.
2-1 changeup misses, as you were describing to me yesterday. It's just, it's a matter of a couple of inches further out.
That's it.
Now it's a line drive. A couple of inches further out.
It's a double in the gap. Another inch further out, that's homer. That's what we're talking about. And it's about contact points. It's not about changing your swing.
3-1. Riley Green swings, fouls it out of play down the left field line. The count's 3-2. He struck out on a sinker below the strike zone. It's actually a changeup. First time up.
Now, there are players, and we've talked about Trey Sweeney's growth this year. His swing was a little bit too steep, and he hit too many balls in the ground. So changing his swing slightly
mattered. Swinging a foul over the screen. Somebody just made a nice catch below us.
It's a Tiger fan, too.
Tiger fan.
You better believe it.
And barehanded. No glove.
I don't need no stinking gloves.
I love how fans always react when a fan, even if he's wearing a Tiger hat, makes a good catch. Slider down, a little soft tap foul. Riley Green will see at least 7-8 pitches in this trip to the plate.
And he gives it to a kid, a White Sox fan. That's a good dude.
That's awesome.
Give it to a kid.
Smith, first base side of the rubber, the jab step into his motion, line drive on one soft hop to third. And fielded by Meade, he'll flip it over to Vargas at first. 2 up and 2 down on 2 ground balls, 1 softly hit, 1 hard hit. But just to complete the thought, Bobby, sometimes if you're hitting a ton of balls on the ground and maybe you've hit some hard, it is a sign that your swing path, there have to be changes made in your swing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll rewind back to earlier last year. Everybody's like, well, what's wrong with Riley Green? Hitting a bunch of ground balls. Nothing was wrong with his swing. He just had to catch the balls a little bit further out front, and we saw what ended up happening the rest of the year.
Wenzel Perez takes a pitch off the plate away. 4th inning today is brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family-owned, celebrating 81 years now as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. We're scoreless in the 4th inning. The 1-0, swing and a miss. That was a out pitch for Smith against Perez. First time up, breaking ball down below the knees. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, ready to help. Left side of the infield shifts to the right, the outfield straight up. They don't move a whole lot here in Chicago. 1-1, swinging a foul tip to the glove of the catcher Caro on a fastball. Montgomery at short, right up the middle. Sosa at second base shades a couple of steps toward the hole. The 1-2, up and away. Not a cloud in the sky. Strong breeze continues to blow directly in now from left field. The 2-2 bounces up to home plate. Tigers took game 1. Torkelson's home run in the 9th inning broke a 1-1 tie. 1 hour rain delay, and then the Tigers closed that one out. Yesterday, Jack Flaherty started strong, but then a 5-run 5th inning knocked him out of the game. It was all singles, but couldn't put away a few batters after getting ahead 0-2 and 1-2. The 3-2, up and away. Talk about the outfielders here not moving a whole lot. This is one of the smaller outfields in baseball. Someone did a measurement of the square footage of all the outfields in baseball some years ago, and most of those have not changed. Tigers had the 3rd most square footage, even with the fences coming in, 3rd most square footage. And I always like to compare it when the Tigers play Cleveland, that's the smallest outfield, how much of a difference it is, swing and a miss. Cleveland, it's basically picture a football field, goal line to the 20-yard line, sideline to sideline. That's how much extra square footage there is.
That's incredible. At
Comerica Park compared to Cleveland. Well, Chicago is comparable, it's 80% of that. So let's go to the 16-yard line. But again, that's how much. That's 8,000 extra square feet. And yet the two ballparks play pretty similarly, which is kind of crazy.
It is.
This used to be a launching pad, and it really hasn't been for a while. But it does hold down doubles, triples. Swing and a miss. Javi Baez chases an 0-2 up. Line drive single off a fastball first time up. Swings and misses, strikes out to end the fourth inning. A single base runner each.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio.
Teal. He hits a splitter softly to second base. Kyle Teal on an 0-1, grounds out to start the fourth inning. 10 up, 10 down for Troy Melton. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. "31 pitches through 3 for Troy Melton. First pitch strike to Lenin Sosa. Working quickly, the strike one. Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. This replay brought to you every game by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. And pitch counts are brought to you every game by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. We don't know how long Troy Melton is going to go today. 5-inning start in his major league debut through 90 pitches. 0-2, ground ball foul just outside the bag at third. Sosa 2 for 10 with 4 punch-outs in the series. In his 7-inning start, he needed just 87 pitches against Arizona. That was on July the 28th. And 2 relief appearances, 2 innings and 3 innings. 46 in the second one. Soft ground ball foul. Bobby, I would think since he has been up to 87 and 90 pitches, the fact that it's been 2 weeks ago and he's pitched twice in the 30-40 pitch range, what do you think? That drops his upper limit today, swinging a foul out of play, still 0-2 on Sosa.
I think it has to. I mean, you're not, the question would be, so I was going to say 75, but what's the difference between 75 and 80?
Right.
I would say probably between... You can get 65, 70 pitches out of Troy Melton. You feel comfortable with that. You don't want to stretch him too far, even if he's throwing the ball well.
0-2. Slider bounces. 6th pitch of the at-bat is ball 1.
That's when you introduce, the possibility of injury or all types of other things happening. But You got to be careful with him. Him keeping his pitch count down is a plus. It could stretch the outing out, but you're not going to go more than 70 pitches with him.
1-2, got him. Four-seam fastball, bottom rail. Sosa knew it. Beauty of a pitch. Third strikeout for Melton. 2 swinging. That's the first called third strike. 11 up, 11 down. Bobby, let's go back to the pitch mix. This is fascinating. You've got 2 types of fastballs, curveball, slider, and splitter. And he uses all of them. Ground ball to shortstop, backhanded down to a knee. Sweeney flips it over to Torkelson. We'll have to talk about that next inning because he's cruising right now.
Yes, he is.
12 up, 12 down with a low pitch count through 4. Troy Melton.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio.
Sweeney, Rogers, Keith here in the 5th inning. Mead at third, right up to the edge of the grass. Rest of the infield back. 1-0. Sweeney, ground ball to second base. 2 hot skips to Sosa. He flips it over to Vargas at first. 1 up and 1 down. The outs are coming fast and furious right now, and it's mostly on the ground for both pitchers. Neither one getting a especially high number of ground balls coming into this game, but both looking sharp so far. As we talked about, it does feel like the Tigers have missed some opportunities on fastballs. Have to hit the fastball. Fastball at the belt for a called strike, 50-50 ball. Home plate umpire Dan Bellino says strike 1. Jake steps back, double checks. Yep, was strike 1. Going to give that to my guy?
That's fine, as long as I get it too.
The strike 1. Fastball on the black away. Smith starting to locate that fastball a little bit better now. First base side of the rubber, stands at a slight angle to home plate. That quick jab step with the left foot. It's just kind of a movement back, and then he lifts it and immediately goes into his motion. Fastball fouled out of play. You can see why the fastball by the numbers, Bobby, is his best pitch.
Yeah. First of all, the pitch itself is a quality pitch. It's got some good properties to it, good velo. But on top of that, the deception of his motion and that glove coming at you.
Curveball, check swing. Jake checked in time, 1-2.
3/4 delivery, good quick arm. That front side, the glove comes at you, then he rips it down, and the ball pops out right behind it. That's deceptive. It's hard to get on time with.
The 1-2. Low and away. Base runners in each inning for the Tigers. 2 walks, 2 singles. Nobody has advanced past first. Smith went through a really tough 6-start stretch. Didn't go 5 innings in any of them. Again, they're limiting his innings in some, but then a 5-start ground ball to first base. Backhanded lunging grab by Vargas. Over to the bag, tags it with his left foot, makes the play unassisted. He just took a hit away from Jake Rogers. Hit it hard. Fine play by Vargas.
He sure did. Miguel Vargas, that was a little sinker that was away from Jake Rogers. Does a nice job of not trying to do too much. Poke it the other way. Hit it hard. 1 hop. Vargas eats it up. Gets to his feet and tags the base himself. That's a nice play.
Now you start thinking about one swing of the bat, maybe changing the look of this game. Cole Keith hit a home run last night, lined out his first time up, really good swing. Fastball for a strike. It feels like a lefty has a much better shot at getting one out today than a righty, given the wind that's blowing either left to right or straight in from left, depending on the moment. Strike 1. Good take. Changeup has some really good action down.
Yes.
And a weapon against lefties and righties. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. Montgomery, the shortstop, up the middle. Outfield straight up. No score, 5th inning, the 1-1. Swinging a foul out of play. Keith looked like he chased there, but when you think of the movement on that sinker that you described, that's running away from him. He's got to make his decision. And that ball's halfway to home before it starts running.
Yeah, it is incredibly difficult to discern four-seam from sinker.
The 1-2. Swinging a little ground ball behind home plate, still 1-2.
You know, if you have a guy that's exclusively sinker or two-seam fastball, you know, a lot of times as a hitter, you'll draw a line on the plate. This ball has to start here. If it doesn't start here, don't swing because it's going to sink off the plate. But when you have a guy that throws 2 and 4, you can't do that.
Curveball bounces. That's why not all pitchers can throw both.
No.
And we certainly see that a lot. But when they can, that's a pretty good example. Cole Keith's got a pretty darn good eye, and he stays in the strike zone. He ends up swinging at a pitch that's a ball's width and a half off the plate up because he thought it was a 4-seam fastball, almost surely. 2-2. Swinging a foul right back our way. 4-seam fastball away. Bullpen getting busy for the White Sox. One of the 4 lefties in the bullpen for Will Venable. 2-2. Curveball bounces up to home plate. This is a good trip to the plate for Colt Keith. Martin Perez has joined this bullpen. We've got another lefty. He's getting loose. 8th pitch of the at-bat. Low and in. Really nice trip to the plate for Colt Keith. We saw that in that series against the Angels. He had 2 8-pitch walks.
Yes.
In a game against the Angels.
Deep counts, too. These aren't the just the 4-pitch variety. Like you said, 8 pitches, that means you're comfortable to a certain degree with 2 strikes. You can't be afraid to go to 2 strikes if you're a hitter. You're going to lose some of those battles, but Colt Keith won that one.
Curveball has Torres turning out of the way, up and in. Quite a contrast in pitch counts. Shane Smith is approaching 90 pitches here in the 5th. Troy Melton's at 41 through 4. That's why the bullpen is busy for Chicago. We're scoreless in the 5th inning. Changeup misses low and away. 2-0 on Gleyber Torres. Tigers trying to get something started with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Carroll's going to go out to have a quick conversation with Smith. He's been good. Tigers have pushed that pitch count up. 5 base runners. None have advanced past first. Last 3 have all been on walks. 5th inning is brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. 5 strikeouts for Smith. Strikeout update brought to you by Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Carroll back behind home plate. Torres waiting on the 2-0. On the way. Line drive fouled on the third base line. Nice play by the ball boy down there.
Yeah, it was a good play.
Or ball girl, I'm not sure which, but a fine play.
Yep.
Made it look easy. That was a sharp one-hopper. The 2-1. Fouled out of play. Fastball right at the belt. He's been very precise with the location when he's up.
Yep. No, listen, you see some funny swings on fastballs, and you don't see that, especially from guys like Gleyber Torres very often, but you've seen it up and down this Tiger lineup. That gives you an indication of how difficult it is to pick up his baseball and get on time with it.
Keith takes off, swinging a soft ground ball in between Mike Vargas and Anthony Iapoce. Post just leaned over.
He got fooled off the bat. That's one of those, like, you get back to the pitcher, Dan, where the hitter's jammed or it gets off the end and the pitcher grabs for it twice. Post thought that ball was absolutely smoked right at him, and it barely got there. It was off the end of the bat from Gleyber Torres, but the way it was coming at him, he must have thought it was hit 100. Oh, that's funny.
And he's protecting that knee, reconstructed knee from last year.
Moving around better, though.
He's moving right. It's showing today he can squat now.
That's right, yeah.
That's not a small thing. Knee replacement. One of the most fit guys in uniform on this entire team. 2-2. Fly ball, center field, not deep. Luis Robert Jr. step to his right, goes back, makes the catch. Torres, fly ball to center. Routine for Luis Robert Jr. Likely the end of the day for Shane Smith. He shuts out the Tigers on 2 hits through 5, just like he did earlier this season. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, no score in Chicago on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Luis Robert Jr. swings, fouls the first pitch off of the 5th inning over the screen down to our right. Troy Melton into his motion, the strike 1. Line drive, softly into the camera well down the third baseline. Luis Robert Jr. No balls and 2 strikes. Melton's just filling up the strike zone. Luis Robert, line drive, right center field. That's trouble. That ball is 1 hop up against the fence. Fielded by Wenzel Perez, and Luis Robert Jr. will cruise into second base. First hit of the game comes on an 0-2 pitch to lead off the 5th inning after 12 up, 12 down, hit the splitter.
Yeah, it was good piece of hitting. Just a pitch that hung right there, off-speed pitch that hung. And Robert Jr., strong, hit that ball in the opposite field. Gap, easy double for him. He's on with the leadoff double.
1 out, that brings up Andrew Benintendi. 1 for 8 in the series with a walk. Luis Robert Jr. has good speed. He's not an automatic to score from second base. First pitch. Benintendi shows bunt, pulls the bat back. It's a perfect fastball strike on the outside third. Keith one step behind the base at third. Now creeps in another step. Sweeney up the middle. The strike one. Swing and a miss. Just powered him.
And located, too. That ball's on the outer edge away. 96 miles an hour on that four-seamer.
Melton checks Robert, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Wow. What an at-bat for Melton against Benintendi.
He just ripped the slider right there that was filth. He throws it right at that bottom rail. He's been nailing that bottom rail with that fastball. Excellent fastball command all over the zone. Been throwing the ball up, down.
My.
And then
just watching the replay.
Yeah, Benintendi thought for sure he was getting a heater bottom rail there, and it just disappeared. Not a lot of horizontal on that slider. It was more straight down, but it was filthy.
Miguel Vargas, a right-handed batter, takes a fastball that sinks low, ball one. Jake Rogers out after ball one. Did he get the sign to go out to get the bullpen busy? Unusual time to go out after what we just saw against Benintendi.
It really is, and he's been working very quickly the entire time. I would imagine that came from the dugout. Hey, go talk to him.
Looks like Sawyer Gibson-Long, who has joined this team. Cody Hoyer back down to Toledo, is going to get loose. He speculated yesterday he might join this team. Maybe make this start. AJ said his role will be, well, whatever needs to be on a given day. But working out of the bullpen right now.
Right.
Jake Rogers back behind home plate. Bought a little bit of time for Sawyer Gibson-Long. 1 out, 1 on, no score, fifth inning. Miguel Vargas swings and fouls the sinker out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. He is much better against righties this year. This right-hander not hitting lefties. It's at 250 with solid power numbers against righties. Grounded out first time up. Melton's been in complete command today. Fastball outer third for a called strike. Mixing his pitches beautifully. 2 types of fastballs. Curveball, slider, and splitter. I love how he locates the fastball.
And that's the key. That's the key of the entire thing. He doesn't have to be on edges. But where that last pitch was, solidly on the outer third, is where he needs to be.
1-2. Fastball away at 97. So we see from him his average fastball coming in was 97, a tick above that. Both the 2 and 4 seam fastball. Works middle of the rubber, places that left foot in front of the right. Sets, holds a glove above the belt. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball away. 97 exploded past Vargas.
Just again, another well-located fastball. The previous pitch was a little bit outside. The ball's off. He goes right back out there again and takes care of Vargas with a well-located fastball away. Not going to do anything with that.
Caro at the plate. Fastball up. Swing and a miss. 97. If Sawyer Gibson-Long is up, Melton's pitch count's still low, but you also mentioned during a break, it sometimes can be about the ups.
The ups. Yep.
How many times you get up and down over the course of a game, swinging a foul out of play. That can matter more than pitch count sometimes, and 5 ups is something he hasn't done in a couple of weeks. Carroll swings, fouls it out of play. So I would say the Gibson-Long getting up to throw is a sign that this is probably the end of the day. He can finish it with 3 straight strikeouts. 0-2 the count on Carroll. The 0-2 pitch. Tight slider. Jake Rogers likes what he sees. Points the glove out. Heck of a take by Carroll. You really got to swing at that pitch, don't you?
He had no chance. He was beat by it, so you just leave the bat on your shoulder and hope for the best. We've all been there.
Switch hitter batting lefty, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Went right back to the slider. If that's the end of the day for Troy Melton, he just struck out the side after the leadoff double for Luis Robert Jr. He's walking to the other end of the dugout so he doesn't have to get the handshake from A.J.
He's trying to run from it right now. He's coming to get you, buddy.
What a finish if that is the end of the...
Oh, the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
Oh.
Perez, it seems like whenever the Tigers see this guy, he's tough. 6 in the third, 1 run on 4 hits earlier this year. That was in Detroit in April. Carpenter, line drive, base hit, past the outstretched glove of Vargas toward the right field corner, quickly over Baldwin to field it. Carpenter has to turn and hold. Second hit of the day, 2 line drive singles. Tigers trying to get somebody past first base. 6 base runners, 1 in each inning. Nobody's advanced past first. 3 walks, 3 hits. Spencer Torkelson will try to change that equation. Get some traffic on the base paths. Torque takes. First pitch cutter, low and in, ball 1.
He loves to throw that cutter into right-handers. That's how he gets glove side. That's how he'll throw that cutter in there, then he'll run that 2-seam fastball back over. Make a little X on the plate.
1-0. Sinker, 91, misses down and in. Good hitters count.
Really good at changing speeds. He never has had an overpowering fastball, but really good at changing speed, changing eye level. If you chase that ball just 1 ball off, he'll go a ball and a half.
Seems like there's always a demand for his services. The 2-0. Line drive, base hit into left center field. That's heading up the gap. Rounding second, heading to third. Kerry Carpenter, he'll stop there. Spencer Torkelson will cruise into second. Stand-up double. A bullet to the gap in left center. Tigers have runners at second and third. Nobody out in the 6th inning.
Yeah, you talk about missing fastballs in the middle of the plate. That was a sinker that was up. Martin Perez wanted it down and away. He missed. Torque didn't. Pounds that ball in the gap in left center field. Robert cuts it off from getting to the wall. Doesn't matter. Torque's on second. Carpenter's on third. Second and third here with nobody out. Top 6.
Infield in tight. Meade, Montgomery, Sosa, Vargas. Montgomery, the shortstop, a step onto the grass. Shaded up the middle. Right side of the infield, 3 steps behind the infield dirt. First pitch to Riley Green, swinging a pop-up, fouling out of play off to our left. We're perched above home plate, just to the third base side. Great vantage point. It's a good place to watch a ball game.
It is.
Got very loyal fans here on the south side. Not a lot of winning in recent years, and 19,000 yesterday on a day when rain fell all day. The strike 1. Up and in. Almost hit. Riley with the cutter, 1-1. The 1-1. Low and away. Perez has been much tougher on lefties throughout his career than righties, but last 2 years, he's not really shut down lefties like he did in some seasons. Not all, but some seasons earlier in his career. Riley has struggled against lefties this year. Had a good at-bat last night against a lefty. 2-1 curveball bounces. 3-1. Wenzel Perez is waiting on deck.
All I can think of is, Dan, something, a conversation we had with Riley earlier on in the years, facing Cade Smith. Similar situation. All he wanted to do was find a way to get that guy in from third base, and that's a good way of keeping yourself from trying to do too much in these situations.
He just hit a home run, that's all. 3-1, low and away. Wow. Perez didn't have a whole lot of interest in throwing him a strike, just trying to get him away to chase, and he never did. 4 different rehab appearances for Martin Perez. 20 innings of work. I mean, it was solid numbers. Obviously, he was feeling ready to come back. I'm sorry, only 2 appearances. I was looking at his numbers from earlier this year. 2 appearances on a rehab start. So 6 2/3 after missing almost 4 months. And it feels like he's not as precise as we normally see him.
No.
The sharpness not quite there.
He's trying to get Riley to fish right there.
Carpenter the runner at third, Torkelson at second, Riley Green at first, bases loaded, nobody out. Wenzel Perez, consistent production from the right side, striding to the plate. 6th inning today is brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go in and experience the Demmer difference. Today's game brought to you in part by Corewell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle, fight any battle. If you're wondering, by the way, Troy Melton did get the handshake. A.J. Hinch hunted him down.
He got the hug.
Perez ready. First pitch, swinging to miss. Cutter. A wild swing. You don't see that from Wenzel Perez very often. Spun himself all the way around in that right-handed batter's box.
These are tough at-bats for right-handed hitters against Perez. Like I said, loves to pound that cutter in, then he'll try to run that two-seamer back over from that front hip.
The strike one, swinging a fly ball, left center field. That one's deep. Robert Jr. on the run, tracking it. He's going to reach out, make the catch, bump into the wall, hang on. Carpenter tags and scores. Torkelson to third. Good swing for Wenzel Perez. You can't believe he didn't get a double out of it, but it's a sacrifice fly, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead in the sixth.
That's the kind of stuff that intrigues people about Luis Robert Jr. He got on his horse and flagged that ball down. That ball was hit hard off the bat of Wenzel Perez. Good job of getting that ball in the air to the outfield. You had one job right there, get that runner in from third, figure out a way to do it. He did that.
That's the best catch we've seen him make.
That is by far the best catch I've seen him make. No question. And it's one of those old scouting axioms, Dan. You know, he hasn't played well in front of our eyes, but just because you don't see it happen doesn't mean it doesn't happen. And there was demand for him at the deadline. The White Sox hung on to him, and those were some of the reasons why right there.
Brings up Javi Baez. First pitch. Cutter backs him away. Wenzel Perez was past first base, looking out to the outfield in disbelief. Like, that wasn't a hit? How was that not a hit? Most center fielders don't make that play.
No.
The 1-0. Fastball middle for a called strike. Middle of the infield and double play depth. The 1-1. Cutter for a strike. Inner third. Montgomery and Sosa, pretty good double play combination. They turn the double play well. Sosa's very good on the pivot. Perez works third base side. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Change up down. Tigers missed a big opportunity in the game last night. Second and third, nobody out early in the game. Could not get more than one run. Bases loaded, none out. That should set up at least an inning with a crooked number. Now up to Jahmai Jones to deliver the big hit. Contact can be your friend. AJ talks about that all the time. Very much situation dependent.
Yeah.
But that's where you'd like to see contact. First pitch to Jahmai Jones, swinging a foul. He loves that cutter, as Bobby said, and every right-handed batter has seen the cutter first pitch.
He throws it, 37% of the time, but right now that's his weapon of choice to these right-handed Tiger hitters. And he'll throw it back door two away from him, get it to come back over the plate, and then use that changeup to sink it off the plate away from him too.
Torque at third, Green at first. The strike one, swing and a foul straight back. Changeup off the cutter. Cutter's coming in. Changeup fading away. Jones pinch hitting for Trey Sweeney is behind 0-2.
And that's what makes this at bat difficult. You can go in with a cutter, try to get him to chase or pound something off his foot, or weak ground ball left side. Change up away, get double up there. You throw that cutter back door as well.
The 0-2. Tried the cutter above the belt. Good take by Jahmai Jones. 1-0 Tigers. Tigers finally on the board. First run of the day comes in the sixth inning. First time the Tigers have had a runner past first base. The 1-2. Swing and a foul. The trusty cutter. That was middle, but just enough movement at the plate to get it off the barrel of Jahmai Jones.
And that's what, you're thinking. You're looking at the strike zone. That ball was middle. How come he didn't crush that ball? It was 88. When that action on that cutter is so late with Perez, that it happens so late, it causes you to miss hit it or foul it off.
The 1-2. Fastball 91 up. Jones hitting 235 against lefties. It's 235 with power. He can draw a walk as well. He can work in that bat against the lefty. 10 of his 16 hits for extra bases. Trying to deliver a big 2-out hit here in the 6th inning. 1-0 Tigers. The 2-2. Ground ball to third base. Waist-high bounce. Meade down to Sosa for the force on Green for the 3rd out. Jones bounces out. Tigers take the lead. Sacrifice fly. Could have been more, except for the fine defense from Luis Robert Jr. Perez gets the RBI. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 Tigers.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
Mound. A.J. Hinch elects to kind of do something he doesn't do very often. 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Jahmai Jones pinch hit for Sweeney. We thought maybe that would push Javi Baez to shortstop, but instead Zach McKinstry comes in to play short. Javi stays in center field. Baldwin swings and misses at the 0-1, quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Good to have Sawyer Gipson-Long back. He takes over after 5 terrific innings from Troy Melton. From the full windup, first base side of the rubber, the 0-2. Got him. Beauty of a fastball. Brooks Baldwin takes for a called 3rd strike. Sawyer Gipson-Long went on the IL after making just a few appearances, 5 games, 2 starts, and 23 innings of work. The upside remains high for Sawyer Gipson-Long.
It does, and he's a different look. A little bit lower arm swing, a little bit lower arm action from Sawyer Gipson-Long. Good command, throws the ball in the strike zone. Multiple pitches he can hit for strikes and throw below for chase.
First pitch slider strike. Curtis Meade batting. 6th inning brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go and experience the Demmer difference. Check some scores in a moment. The strike 1. Sliders swing and a miss. That already looks like a sharper pitch than what we saw earlier.
No doubt. It was rolling before. That's pretty sharp. 4-seam fastball, slider, changeup, sinker, and a cutter for Gipson-Long.
It was a sore neck that put him on the injured list. The 0-2 swing and a pop foul out of play. Changeup with tremendous movement. Meade felt lucky to get a piece of that. The count stays 0-2. Second rehab start, he got knocked around. He wasn't feeling quite right, and that's when they kind of pulled him back from the rehab assignment. Took a little time off. Last 2 times out have been very good. The 0-2 line drive, base hit into center, fastball center cut. Meade on an 0-2. Those are the ones you just hate to give up. 0-2 fastball middle.
Yeah.
Meade didn't miss.
You know, if you locate a pitch on 0-2, I mean, you don't want to give up 0-2 hits, but if you locate a pitch, but when you spin one right down the middle, that is definitely not where you wanted that ball. And Meade took advantage. He really let him off the hook right there.
Pitching change brought to you by Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Lineup turns over. Kyle Teal on the leadoff spot today. First pitch, cutter. That's a sharp cutter. He grounds it foul down the first base line. 89 on the hands of a left-handed batter. Scoreboard in the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios. St. Louis. There are several afternoon games on this Wednesday. It's funny, it's either a Sunday or a Wednesday or a Thursday when you have a day game. I had both on my mind today. It's Sunday, right? No, wait. It's Wednesday. Teal takes 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's when you know you're in mid-season form, Dan.
Mid-season form.
Where are we? And what day is it?
I can. Literally, it's the only job I've ever had where you do wonder what day of the week is it. You have to think about it. Line drive on 1 soft hop to second base. Torres down to McKinstry. Back to Torkelson. Beautifully turned. 4-6-3. Inning-ending double play. Teal runs well, and they got him easily at first base. Inning 1-0. Tigers on top on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Softly tapped foul down the third base line. Both starters were excellent in this game. Shane Smith, no runs on 2 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts in 5 innings for Chicago. Changeup misses low and away, and Troy Melton, again, he had not started in a couple of weeks. So we figured he was on a low pitch count, and again, the number of ups does matter. Brilliant in 5 innings today, the 1-1. Shot fair down the third baseline. Oh my goodness. Last Diaz pointed fair, and then he pointed foul. Which is it? Which ruling stands? The first one or the second one?
I'm going to go with the second one because everybody stopped.
I mean,
no way for us to tell from the angle we have from our first look at our FanDuel Sports Monitor.
I'm not sure what he's doing with his left arm.
I think he's trying to get out of the way, honestly. It looked foul. But I think he's just trying to get out of the way of that. His initial move was to...
His initial move was the left arm pointing fair.
Right.
Didn't get a good look because there are no cameras right down the line.
Dan, how do you feel about that?
I'm just not sure the technology is available, Bobby.
Don't they have this? That's what they use in tennis, right?
I just don't think it's possible.
Goal line technology.
I don't think it's
soccer
possible to put a camera on the line.
Okay.
Swing and a miss on a changeup away. Jake Rogers, after getting robbed of a double, strikes out for the first out here in the 7th inning. Yeah, you couldn't possibly do that.
They don't have any money. Can't afford it.
We have looked at now one replay actually shows, I do think it shows the ball as it goes by the base. The camera's going up. But I do think it was the correct call. Yeah. Not reviewable when it's in front of the umpire. Curveball away. Colt Keith swings. Andy Banez, pinch hitting for Colt Keith, swings and misses. The strike one, line drive, base hit into left. Cutter, Andy Banez didn't miss. Sharp single to left field. One out here in the 7th inning. 1-0 Tigers. Final line brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. Melton again. 5 innings, no runs, 1 hit, no walk, 6 strikeouts. He was perfect through 4. He gave up a leadoff double in the 5th, and then he struck out the side. What'd you think?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, this is one of those things. Do you stretch him out again? Do you put him back in the rotation? I'm not sure how that will work, but boy, that's to have a guy that can have that kind of command and swing and miss stuff, command of the fastball, command of a couple breaking pitches, use a split. It's
hard not to put him back in the lineup after the rotation after that.
But one of the things you were trying to do is you're trying to chase some swing and miss at the back end of the bullpen, which he can clearly do. So it's going to be a conundrum maybe it's put him back in the rotation, and should you get closer to the end of the season, postseason, things like that, you put him in the bullpen and tell him, okay, go let it eat. But that's some quality stuff we saw from Troy Milton today.
Strike one, away, snap throw to first. Ibanez back with a head-first slide. Torres at the plate, 0 for 3 today. He's had a quiet series, 1 for 12. Just doesn't go many games without a big hit mixed in there somewhere, or getting on base with a walk mixed in there somewhere. Facing the lefty, Martin Perez, the 1-1. Backdoor cutter for a called strike. Thinking about a conversation that we had with Troy Milton on the homestand, where he was talking about, I'm still getting used to learning how quickly can I warm up when I get the phone call. Away, he said, I found I could do that pretty quickly, but also you have to figure out ways to keep your pitches sharp.
Yeah.
When you're a reliever, you're not getting on the mound very often.
That's the hardest thing for any reliever, and that's what you're going through with Tommy Kahnle right now. We can't really throw a whole bunch of bullpens between outings because you can't do that because you might need to pitch that day.
2-2, swinging a ground ball to third base, waiting for the hop. Mead will fire down to Sosa for 1, relay back to first, not in time. Bang, bang at first base. Soft ground ball. Tigers still have life here in the 7th inning. And that'll extend the inning for Kerry Carpenter.
Slow developing play.
Really was. That should have been, too.
It really should have. Mead could have been a little bit more aggressive getting to the baseball initially. And that half step is what allowed Gleyber Torres to be safe.
Brings up Kerry Carpenter, singled off of Perez in the 6th, last inning. First pitch fastball up and in. He was raising his arms up out of the way. Strike 1. 2 for 3 for Carp in this game. Montgomery at short, shades up the middle. Mead is deep and off the line at third. Outfield shifts to the left, just a step maybe against Kerry Carpenter. Strike 1. Swing and a foul straight back. No balls, 2 strikes.
A little bob of the head right there from Kerry Carpenter. Felt like he should have done a little bit more than that. It was a good pass at it, fouled it back. Those are the ones as a hitter, man. You want those back. When you take a good rip at it, foul it back, and you know it's one you should have punished.
The 0-2. Line drive, foul. Oh, he got a curveball. He was on it, just out ahead of it slightly. Check some scores in the 1-800-CALL SAM Studios scoreboard. St. Louis 5-3 over Colorado, bottom of the 6th inning. St. Louis has fallen back to the 500 mark, well back in the Central, trying to keep their Wild card hopes alive. Milwaukee has won 26 of 30. 26 of 30. They're 6-3 on top of Pittsburgh in the 5th inning today. Changeup misses down, so if they win that game, they would be 27-4, and then they would just have to go 8-1 to match the Tigers' 35-5 stretch that started the 1984 season. The 1-2 away. That always puts that a little into perspective. They've been 27-4. Okay, just go 8-1 and you'll have matched what the Tigers did.
That's one of the great stretches, period, of all time.
Yeah, not just a start, but you just don't see stretches like that ever. Milwaukee is putting together one of the best stretches, truly, that you'll ever see over 30-plus games. Pitch in the dirt, 3-2 on Carpenter. They've got it all going on right now. Cubs still have one of the best run differentials in all of baseball. They've fallen 7.5 back. Seattle moved into a first-place tie with Houston. They've won 8 straight with their win yesterday. Cleveland started the day 5.5 behind the Tigers. They play later tonight in Cleveland against Miami. Time called. Perez stepped off just as Carpenter was getting ready to step back in. He will see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate. Torres at first. 3-2, 2 outs. He'll be off with the pitch. Perez sets. 3-2. Swing and a foul. Cutter, middle. Carpenter can't quite get the solid contact.
No, he's fighting him right here. You're right. And you talk about this at bat should have ended before with that fastball he fouled off. But right now, you know that in the box. You're just trying to fight him. Do whatever you can. Make sure you're on time and see the ball.
Carpenter digs back in. Perez gets the sign on the pitch count from his catcher, Carroll, working third base side. Torres again off with the pitch, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He beat him with the fastball up and in. 8th pitch of the at-bat. Carpenter strikes out. Tigers get a base runner, no more. 7th inning stretch time in Chicago, brought to you by DTE. Manager energy use and save. Go to dteenergy.com/save energy. 1-0 Tigers at the stretch.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term.
Sosa robbed of a hit to start the game last night. Robbed of a hit, Kerry Carpenter 2 beautiful running catches, one in right, one in left the last 2 days.
Yeah, nice job by Kerry Carper making that adjustment. Wasn't the best route. Started over a little bit flat, had to bow it back out. Made the adjustment and flagged it down. That's a good catch to his glove side.
Yeah, that's the thing you appreciate. Went over, that's the mistake. Made the correction.
That's right.
Made the play. Colson Montgomery takes an 89-mile-an-hour fastball for a called strike. That's not the normal fastball from Sawyer Gibson Long. Just off the injured list. Line drive into center field, sinking. Baez will come in, make the catch. Waist-high grab of a sinking line drive. Colson Montgomery lines out. 3 pitches, 2 outs, 2 line drives, 2 nice running catches.
Yeah, good decision here by Javi. Read the ball off the bat very quickly and just drove on it. Made that look easy. He was shaded in that right center field gap. Had to go to more straight center field to get it. An excellent play.
2 up, 2 down. Sawyer Gibson Long working in relief of the starter Troy Melton. Now Jake Rogers wants to head out before Luis Robert Jr. strides to the plate. 1-0 Tigers. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers radio network. Pat on the back. Jake Rogers goes back behind home plate. Hardest working player brought to you by Carhartt. Proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball and all the hardworking people who make it possible. This goes to Troy Melton for a superb start in this game today. Luis Robert Jr. Slider misses low and outside. What do you think that conversation was about, Bobby?
Just slowing him down a little bit. Hasn't been out there in a little while. Making sure they do the right thing with Roberts in a 1-run ball game.
1-0, swing and a miss. Superb changeup. That just fell off the table right at home plate. 20 innings of work in 2023, and then he had the brace procedure and missed all of last year. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Another really good changeup. Down and away this time, 1-2. 20 innings of work. Tigers got very excited about what they saw in September of 2023. A lot of swing and miss. 23 innings so far this year with the Tigers. 2 starts, 3 relief appearances, 21 hits, 4 walks, and 18 strikeouts. The 1-2, swing and a miss. He just waved at a 3rd straight changeup. How about that? Nicely done. Sawyer Gibson Long. 2 strong innings of relief work. We head to the 8th inning, 1-0 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love
Wenzel Perez against Perez here in the 8th. Torkelson takes a strike. 1-0 Tigers. You would like to add on the 1-1. Cutter at the bottom rail for a called strike. Tigers have 1-0 win this year. 2 1-0 wins. I thought they had 2. 2 1-0 wins, but they're rare. Change up away. It can happen, but add-on run or 2 would certainly change the feel of this game. Perez works over on the third base side of the rubber. Full windup for the starter. 2-2, swing and a miss. Change-up's been a real weapon for him. Got Carpenter last inning, Torkelson this inning. And now he certainly looks, first 3 reached against him. Now he's retired 7 of the last 8 batters.
Martin Perez knows how to pitch. He's figured out that changeup as a weapon for him, and he's going back to it over and over again.
Over and over. Riley Green takes fastball strike, inner half. 1 run, 5 hits for the Tigers, no runs, 2 hits for the White Sox. They've had 2 base runners, a double for Luis Robert Jr. against Melton, and then a single by Meade. He was erased on a double play. Green swings, fouls it to the screen. Another fastball. Locating the 91-mile-an-hour sinker with precision right now. Montgomery at short, shades up the middle. Meade is deep and off the line, basically where the shortstop would normally be. Outfield plays Riley to go the opposite way slightly. Change up. Carroll thought he had strike 3. Riley takes it, is ball 1. I think there's been a very accurate strike zone for Dan Bellino.
No, he's had a good day, for sure.
Really good day.
He's had a good day. No gripes either side.
Perez, the lefty, delivers the 1-2. High pop-up. On the infield, everybody charging behind the mound. Who's going to take charge? Montgomery, the shortstop, will. On the grass, just to the left of the mound, behind it. Green pops out. That's a high sky today.
Yes, it is.
I mean, that ball went up. I lost it.
That feels like the old Arizona spring training right there. Not a cloud in it, and just keeps on going.
And as an infielder, it can just go up and disappear.
Yeah, it literally can. You've seen it happen. You see it happen every year, especially in spring training in Arizona.
Wenzel Perez takes first pitch, cutter at the belt for a called strike 1. Didn't like the call, but it was right there. Every Tigers home run this year is a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. Righties have had a sizable edge against this lefty the last 2 years. Sinker away, swing and a miss. I'm impressed. Perez has gotten on a roll. Perez took him deep to left center. Bases loaded, none out, 6th inning. Looked like he hit a ball to the wall, and he had. But it was going to clear the bases until Luis Robert Jr. hunted it down with a fine running backhanded grab. 1 step from the wall, the 0-2. Cutter high and outside. 1-0 Tigers are in the 8th inning. Sosa at second, shades up the middle. Montgomery shades a step toward the hole at shortstop with Meade just a couple of steps off the line at third. Outfield straight up. The 1-2. Low and away. Change up. And so Perez not tempted. So 0 for 1. Sacrifice fly and a walk today. 1 for 8 in the series. Like that swing he had against Perez last time up. The 2-2. Shot foul. Got another cutter. I think that's what he hit out to the outfield last time.
It was.
And he's on it right now.
Did a nice job beating that cutter to the spot with your hands inside the ball. You can't just throw the barrel at those cutters. You got to have a good path, especially the ones in, to keep them fair.
The 2-2 again. Swing and a foul. Cutter on the outer third. He moves it in. He moves it out. He moves it way in. He moves it out again. That's a good foul.
It's a good battle. Good fight right here by Wenzel Perez.
He'll see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate. Again, the 2-2, way up and away. Showing really good discipline. Last year, once he started swinging in that bat, sometimes he would continue to. Now he can take close 2-strike pitches. Working that bat a little bit more. 3-2. Away.
Good AB.
Really nice. 8th pitch is ball 4. 2-out walk for Wenzel Perez. The other Perez on the mound, veteran, lefty. Not all lefties stop the running game, and he's kind of been up and down in his career, but he stops the running game last couple of years. Javi Baez takes first pitch fastball, strike 1. Steven Wilson, a righty, is up and throwing in the Sox bullpen. Tigers trying to add to a 1-0 lead. We're in the 8th. The strike 1. Just cutter away. Baez with a sharp single first time up. Struck out in his second at-bat against Smith. And then struck out against Perez with runners at first and third. Last time up, that was in the 6th inning. The 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul and down the right field line. Pitcher's pitch. That's a cutter away, 1-2.
I know this is a situation where Martin Perez stops the running game a little bit, but why not take a chance right here? Go first move. Maybe he bounces one in the dirt. Maybe he gets a tough pitch to throw on.
The 1-2. Slide step to the plate. So that stops the running game.
Not going anywhere on that one.
Baez takes a pitch down and away, but I don't disagree. Try to get something going.
Trying to get that second run across. You know, that's such an important run. All of them, they're important, but to where one swing of the bat doesn't tie it up.
2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Montgomery will field and flip with his glove very softly to Sosa at second for the force on Wenzel Perez. Tigers get a walk, no more. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers hold on to the 1-0 lead in Chicago.
Every game night is a chance to go big.
In a 1-1 game in the 8th inning, game 1 of this series on Monday night. Fastball up and away. We figured at the time, Bobby, that the Tigers, AJ was going to use him for 2 innings.
Right.
He had an 11-pitch 8th inning. Torkelson hits the home run. Probably would have come out for the bottom of the 9th inning, except there was a 1-hour rain delay. 1-0. Splitter misses high. 2-0 on Andrew Benintendi. You feel like this is probably a similar situation.
I think so. I mean, with Torque hit that home run with 2 outs in the 8th, and there was nobody getting hot. So likely
2-0, swing and a miss.
He pitched that 2nd inning, and I think you're in the same situation right here. Used Will Vest last night. I'm sorry, 2 nights ago. But either way, could be a two inning appearance for Finnegan right here.
Yeah, this feels like this right now is his get the last 3 outs guy. If you don't want to call him a closer, it's all right. He's a guy that AJ wants to get the last 3 outs of a game.
The last 3 out pitcher guy.
Last 3 out pitcher guy. It's much easier to say than closer. The 3-1 to Benintendi. Swinging a soft ground ball foul. He has been very efficient with his pitch counts, and he's going an inning and a third, and he did 18 pitches. His last 3 outings, all 1 inning, 2 saves, and then that 8th inning appearance the other day, 13 pitches, 10 pitches, 11 pitches. This will be the 6th pitch of this at-bat. Rare long at-bat. The 3-2, up and away. A rare walk issued by Kyle Finnegan. Leadoff walk here in the 8th inning. Brings up Miguel Vargas. Just the 3rd base runner of the day for Chicago. Pinch runner. Michael A. Taylor will pinch run for Benintendi. He did that in the game last night. Vargas again better against righties. Kyle Finnegan is righty-lefty, about the same. Holds it for an extra beat. First pitch, fastball middle for a strike. Snap throw down to first. Taylor back with the head first slide. Vargas showed bunt and took a fastball middle. I guess he wasn't really going to bunt.
That's odd right there, especially in this situation.
Banya's in at 3rd. Right up to the edge of the cutout. Ground ball chopped to short. McKinstry backs up, plays the hop down to 2nd. 1 Torres throw to first, not in time. Torres couldn't get a lot on the throw. I don't think, even if he had gotten a good grip and a stronger throw, I don't think they were going to double up Vargas, who runs well.
No, and part of it was because of how that ball was hit. That second hop was close to the infield grass in the dirt. And it was a long hop. Zach couldn't come get it, had to lay back on it. And when that happens, it was going to take an extraordinary turn at second by Glaber to turn that ball. And Vargas gets down the line too well for all that. But they get the force at second base. 1 out here, bottom of the 8th.
Vargas not a base stealer. Caro at the plate, first pitch splitter, a swing and a foul tip to the glove of the catcher Jake Rogers. Vargas again, decent speed. It's not burner speed. Runs the bases really well though. The strike 1 of the switch hitting Caro. Fastball, strike 2. This is what we've gotten used to seeing. It was rare to see Finnegan fall behind a hitter 3-1 and then walk a hitter like we saw him do with Benintendi. Lefties hitting 220 with no power against Finnegan. Righties just under 250 with a little bit of power. Finnegan sets, holds the glove at the letters. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Fouled it out of play. Just got a piece of it. Man on the man out, 1-0 Tigers in the 8th inning. Finnegan sets, working 3rd base side, holds it for an extra beat, and 2. The 0-2.
Oof.
97, just a little bit low.
He just wanted that one. That was a good pitch by Finnegan, right below that bottom ledge there. Correctly called.
Yeah. Finnegan's just been filling up the strike zone in his time with the Tigers. The pitch is swinging a fly ball left center field. Javi Baez over. He'll make the catch. Javi gets such good jumps in center field. That ball looked like it had a chance to drop, and then you saw the route that he was taking and how quickly he got there, and you're like, nope, he's got it.
It's all of that. Number one, it starts with the positioning. He was in the perfect spot, playing Carroll, shading him towards that left center field gap. But Dan, you're right. He gets excellent reads off the bat. Excellent reads, excellent jumps, and perfect route efficiency. Ran right to where that ball was coming down and was there for it when it was there.
And again, starts with that outfield positioning, like you mentioned. Swinging the ground ball up the middle, fielded by McKinstry right behind second. He'll cross the bag with his left foot, forcing Vargas at second base. Kyle Finnegan, after the leadoff walk, gets a ground ball, a soft line drive, and another ground ball. We head to the ninth inning after 8, 1-0 tie.
Let's see if we can figure out
speculating that because right now it does feel like AJ is using Finnegan, well, he has so far in the closing situation. Ground ball to second base. Zach McKinstry batting for the first time tonight. First pitch swinging, grounds out against the lefty Perez. And that's the end of the day for Martin Perez. They have to be thrilled. He's been on the injured list since mid-April. He comes back. First 3 reach, single, double walk, and then he allows just 2 base runners the next 12 batters. Could be back in the Sox rotation in the not-too-distant future. Get some hugs from his teammates before he leaves the mound. Sox go into their bullpen. Base is empty, 1 out, 9th inning, 1-0 Tigers. And while they make the change, we'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or
Righty Steven Wilson takes over on the mound. We saw him in the 7th inning a couple of days ago. Uneventful 1-2-3 inning for him. Jake Rogers' first pitch fastball sinks down and in. Some struggles last year in 35 innings of work. He's having a very good year so far. This is his 43rd appearance, 41 innings of work, and a 2.80 ERA for Wilson. The 1-0. Breaking ball strike.
Yeah, Wilson out there, four-seam fastball, changeup, sweeper. That sweeper he throws just about 6 out of every 10 pitches.
Cut his walk rate sharply. Strike throwing is still very iffy for him. Not a lot of first pitch strikes. The 1-1. Ground ball softly fouled down the third base line. 1-2 on Jake Rogers. Andy Ibanez waiting on deck. Tigers trying to win a 1-0 game for the 3rd time this year. Not easy to do. Great pitching on both sides today. Melton, Gibson, Long, Finnegan for the Tigers, and it looks like Will Vest will get the 9th, the 1-2. Four-seam fastball, little cutting action on it looked like it. 94 away, 2-2.
It did, Dan. Looked like it definitely had some cut finish to it. But that's just this four-seamer. That's what it does a little bit.
Caro setting up away. The 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Hanging breaking ball will land up in the glove of the third baseman Curtis Mead. Felt like a missed opportunity maybe for Jake there. We're 2 outs in the 9th inning. I'll leave it up to Andy Ibanez. Wilson has a big right-left split. He's much tougher on righties. Ibanez hitting just righties hitting just 190. No power against him and over 100 at-bats. Soft ground ball to short. Montgomery will charge, field the waist-high bounce throw on the run. Strong, accurate throw to Vargas at first. Ibanez grounds out. Tigers go quietly in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Tigers hold on to a 1-0 lead, trying to take this series from the White Sox. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Let's see if you can figure out the following.
Against Will Vest. First pitch fastball low and away. And one of the reasons that A.J. Hinch does not name closers, he just says, I'll tell you who I'm trusting the most by who I'm putting out there in the 9th inning, how I use guys. Check swing ground ball down the third base line, picked up by Vest. Nice strong throw. Well, it took a little off it. Spencer Torkelson at first. one up and one down. But, Bobby, it's also because he always wants that flexibility of using the guy who's at the moment maybe the closer in the 8th inning if it's the best matchup, if it's the best pocket of hitters for him. And that's what it feels like is happening today.
100%. You know, he likes the Meade, Teal Sosa, potentially Montgomery pocket for Will Vest better than he does for Cal Finnegan.
Fastball, swing, and a miss. And the Tigers feel like Will Vest is getting back on track after a 7-outing stretch where he gave up 11 hits in 6 innings when he'd been almost unhittable. Last 3 outings have been strong. 1 hit in 3 1/3 with 3 strikeouts and no walks. It was about fastball location. It's a challenge fastball, but it can't be over the middle of the plate.
No.
And they want him to do that more, too. A changeup to the lefty Teal. He's getting lefties out at a better clip than righties, but he'd become a 2-pitch pitcher against lefties. I wanted to see him use the changeup a little bit more. The 2-1. Fastball, generous call. Down below the knees, got the call for strike 2. Credit Jake Rogers. The 2-2. Fastball away, 97, steady velocity. 49th appearance of the year for Will Vest. Comes in with a 2.60 ERA. Walk rate right around 2.5 per 9. Strikeouts are up from 8 to 10 per 9. Working from the stretch middle. 3-2. Got him. Fastball frozen with terrific movement. Inner third.
That's an absolute dart down and in.
Woo.
And quite frankly, I'm not sure what Teal was looking for right there. It looked like it almost looked by the way he took that as if he was sitting soft.
Which you can't be.
It's just the one place you can't get beat right there is fastball in, especially late in the game in 2 strikes. You got to be able to foul that off or something just to get another day, live another day.
2 outs in the 9th. First pitch slider to Lenin Sosa. He's hit 2 balls hard the last 2 days. Both have been hauled in. One by Martin Perez, or by Wenzel Perez yesterday. Today, Kerry Carpenter, nice running catch to the gap last time up. The 1-0. Fastball inner third for a called strike. 1-0 Tigers in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 outs, bases empty. Will Vest trying to close it out. The 1-1, swinging a high fly ball, right center. Wenzel Perez waving his arms, and he makes the catch. Tigers win. Great pitching in both wins today. Troy Melton getting a spot start, shines through 5. Gibson, Long, Finnegan, and Vest close it out. The only run of the day, scoring on a sacrifice fly from Wenzel Perez back in the 4th. Tigers take the series in Chicago. Great pitching to close it out on a beautiful sunny afternoon on the south side. Our final score, the Detroit Tigers won, and the Chicago